Welcome back to Terror by the Bay. I'm David. Okay, so this is going to be a reading on a woman in Ohio by the name of Britney Watts who had a miscarriage and delivered the fetus at home in a toilet. The fetus was found to be non-viable and died in womb. There's a whole lot to this story. She had gone in to the doctor's office several times before this miscarriage for vaginal bleeding and issues such as that. Doctors were mulling if they should induce her or not. She kept going home against doctor's advice. She basically gave birth or miscarried at the house. Went back to the hospital to get checked out, working on the placenta and stuff like that. And then the hospital staff, for whatever reason, notified the police, who went to Miss Watts' house, found the baby in the toilet, broke the toilet apart to get the dead fetus out of the toilet, and then charged her with a case of mutilating a corpse, which is a felony. And all of this, the unintended consequences of Republicans and their zero tolerance for abortion. Outrage doesn't even begin to describe my feelings on this. I just can't. Okay, so let's look at this case. The energy around Miss Watts' case and this felony charge that's now going before a grand jury for a woman who miscarried. Congratulations, Ohio. Entertainment purposes only. Okay, what do we have here? Page of Pentacles at the core of the reading, followed by the Four of Wands and the Death card. Okay, this would look like a doctor delivering a baby. Baby delivering, being brought into the world. This should be the baby coming into the world, but in this case, there was death involved. It was a miscarriage. It's about a woman miscarrying an infant into the world. Plain and simple case. Why she left the fetus in the toilet, why... I can't begin to explain all the whys on this one, but somehow a felony is not... I don't think felony charges is the answer here. In the past, we've got the Six of Pentacles. This is the taking away of women's rights, women's health rights, because Pentacles are about health and healthcare. And this is the Republicans saying, yeah, you used to have all these rights, but now we give you little crumbs. We'll tell you what to do. When you make your health decisions, it should be you, your doctor, and your local politician deciding on your reproductive rights. The current situation is the High Priestess. I think the wisdom of the decisions made by the Republicans is being laid out bare. Plain and simple. The Chariot. This case is going to go forward. People might challenge her decision making and such, but this case will go forward. The grand jury will see this case through. There's a lot of work that needs to be done on healthcare. Women's rights, women's right to choose, women's healthcare. There is all sorts of work, and these rights being denied by basically Christo-fascist extremists trying to make Christianity the new American Taliban scenario in this country. The outcome is the Strength card. She's going to have to show some strength. She's going to have to fight this. I think, just like the case of the woman in Texas, what you're making are female advocates. This woman, Britney Watts, she could very well end up being a homegrown grassroots advocate for women's rights. She's going to become a face of women's rights and women's reproductive rights. I did my live with Marina, and we read on this one. Let's not cut off my head here, huh? And just like the two Justins over in Tennessee, the Republicans with their troglodyte, backwards, caveman type of mentality, by oppressing people, women's, minorities, they're creating new social justice warriors. They're creating their own Martin Luther Kings and Malcolm X's. They're creating their own, like Susan B. Anthony's, or God, I'm drawing a blank on the name. Again, these women, these minorities, these people that are being oppressed, being bullied, they're going to stand up and they're gonna represent what the American ideal should be. I'm sure the woman in Texas, these women are both in their early 30s. All she wanted to do was have a kid. That's all she wanted to do. But her fetus had trisomy 18, not going to be viable. She has to go out of state to get an abortion after the Texas courts say she can't have one there. You're going to make advocates out of them. And you deserve it. Now, question I have here is, how will the grand jury rule on this one? Are they going to recommend charges against her? Women celebrate. I'm going to take that as a no. I think the grand jury is going to look at this and they're just going to say, no, this is not a case of an illegal abortion. Now, granted, the case is about felony abuse of a corpse, but for sake, no, it's not. She's going to come out on this one. The jury's going to look at this one and say, this is not what she wanted. She wanted a family. She wasn't abused. She didn't want to miscarry. She had a miscarriage. It happened quickly. She did what she did. The fetus was non-viable. To me, I think they think it's a ridiculous stretch to go from a miscarriage to felony abuse of a corpse. I think they're going to advocate and just toss this. They're not going to vote to convict. They're not going to vote to go to trial on this one. That's my thought on that one. Now, the other question I have, and nor should they. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ludicrous. And, women are very good at closing ranks, from my experience. This is a case where women across the United States, they need to close ranks. Get the pussy hats on, go out and march, and then get out and vote. Republican women need to vote for Democrats this next election, if they believe that women should have the right to choose. And if not for themselves, for their sisters, their daughters, their nieces, their granddaughters, their sister-in-laws, their best friends, their cousins, their mothers, their grandmothers, up and down, left and right. One election. Do not vote for a Republican. Vote for the Democrats. Get those Republicans out so that they get the message. You don't with women on their rights. It's just stupid. Women really need to flex their power. They really do. And again, on this one, now obviously you're going to have some of them that are going to vote Republican because, brainwashed or whatever, or, they're religious extremists and they just don't want to, they can't imagine voting for a Democrat. But for pretty much everybody else, get them out. Send the message to the Republicans that you will not tolerate them taking away your rights. Make them change. They don't have a platform, but if they did, make them change their platform. That they never, ever dare do this again to you. Ever. Hell, put in leadership that will get rid of the people that thought this was a great idea. Women can do this. They absolutely can do it. Okay. What will the Democrats do with this case? How will they? Will they use this to their advantage for campaigning over the summer and into the fall? Four of Cups. It's about your choices and your rights being taken away. Is this basically the Democrats should be campaigning saying, is this what you want? Is this your America? Because it's a nightmare. They're taking away your rights. They're taking away your rights to choose. They're going to tell you what to do, whether you like it or not. Is that what you want? Or are you going to stand up? Are you going to represent? And are you going to fight back and use your powers? Yeah, I think they will. Past the Sun card, women's rights being assaulted, Roe v. Wade being overturned, again, women's rights being taken away. The Republicans have shown who they are. These Christo-fascists, these religious extremists on the right have shown what they are. It's time to make a change. This election is coming. It's time to make a change. You can't wait for your ship to come in. You need to go out and make that change. Again, talk to your sisters, talk to your daughters, talk to your friends. This isn't just about you. These are the people around you that you care about. You may not want an abortion, but you should be fighting for every other woman's right to have one if they want to have one. Make it your calling. Make it your this is your sword of justice. This is your sword of truth. Make this an issue. Drive it home. Get out, spread the word to people big and small that your health and your choice should be your health and your choice, not anybody else's. Because you know what's best for you. You don't need a man telling you what to do with your body. That is the absolute damned last thing that you need. The Democrats really need to hammer this message home. They really need to target women in their campaigns and their advertising all summer long. Get those women out there, get them voting, and get them voting in what's in their best interest. Even if it's just one election. You might vote Republican normally. This one election, don't. This one election, vote Democrat. Send a message to the Republicans. If you want a conservative government, that's fine. But for 2024, do not give the Republicans any power whatsoever. Send them scattering. Have them come crawling back on their hands and knees, apologizing for the horrificness of what they've done. Or, better yet, all those candidates are non-viable and they go away. And then you come up with a new crop of conservative candidates that aren't going to violate your rights. Again, if you want to vote conservative, that's fine, but don't do it next election. You can do it the election after that, or at least the election when they start giving you candidates that are going to represent your values and the values of your sisters. For the Democrats, pretty much most of your, if not all of your candidates are going to be out there fighting for your rights. I really hope the Democrats take the House, the Senate, and the presidency in 2024, going to 2025. There are so many things. There's so much work that the Congress needs to do to codify women's rights, minorities' rights, election integrity, voting rights. It's a battle. It's an absolute battle, and it's exhausting. And we're only getting 2-year reprieves at a time. So we need a big win in November so that we can codify these things and try and even out the crooked game that's currently politics, the way that they're skewed for the Republicans, and to get rid of gerrymandering and stuff like that. Okay. Anyways, sum up. I think this case is not going to go anywhere. I think the Democrats really need to advocate for women and get women advocating for themselves. And women need to close ranks and support their sisters in this election. Okay. Thank you for watching this video and supporting my channel. I appreciate it. Thank you for your kind words and everything that you do to feed the YouTube algorithm so my videos make it out to a wider audience. To new viewers, new subscribers, welcome to the channel. I hope you found this reading insightful, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.